What's up, y'all? It's Teajae Nashae, and I'm back with another video. So before we hit the road for Omaha, Nebraska, I had to make sure that I did a stop at my mom's house. My brother was actually home, which is kind of rare because he's usually away serving in the military. So anytime I get to see him in person, I definitely don't take it for granted. We hopped on the road pretty quickly, you guys. It only takes about 2 hours. Oh, and yes, girl, this matching set is from one of my vendors. Y'all already know I had to put y'all on for this trip. Just double checking. Online. So after a little road trip, we finally made it to our hotel. Everything was taken care of, and we were officially ready for Omaha, Nebraska, and to see the Katt Williams show. I was so excited because I had never ever seen him perform live before, and this is literally a dream come true. We stayed at the American Inn, and honestly, checking in was super easy. The staff was so welcoming from the moment we walked through the door. You know how sometimes hotel employees make you feel like you're bothering them? This was the complete opposite. Everybody was really friendly, and that definitely starts your day off on the right foot. Now let's go see what this room is looking like. The room was actually really nice and it had everything we needed for a quick overnight trip. Nothing too crazy, but definitely clean, comfortable, and exactly what we were looking for. We didn't waste any time, y'all. We dropped our bags, got everything situated, and immediately started getting ready for the comedy show. Okay, wait, y'all, I lied. Since we were only staying for one night, we wanted to make sure we got the most of every single minute. So before heading out for the evening, we decided to check out the pool. It was honestly so relaxing, you guys. Like, it wasn't even cold either. It was like a warm pool, like a heated pool. So sometimes it's just nice to slow down for a little while before jumping into a busy night. And that's exactly what you see me and my babe here doing. Like a rock star. Totally do. Remember that song? Party like a rock. Party like a rock star. Cause baby. Okay, y'all. So relaxation time was over. It was officially time to start getting ready. Y'all already know I love to do my own makeup. So I did slay me a red glitter eye look. So pretty, you guys. I'll have to do like a tutorial here soon on how I come up with these looks, but it was given. I mean, everybody was asking, how did you do your makeup or who did it? It was just a blessing to be able to showcase my work on myself. So y'all bear with me. I'm literally trying to hurry up. We're supposed to be there by 7. It's going on 6:50 and I'm late. So I knew that they weren't going to show up anyway right on time for the tour. So I tried to give myself a little bit of time, but obviously it was still time to go. One thing about us, we're going to get selfies before we leave. We finally left the hotel and headed over to the arena. I have been looking forward to this all weekend, and trust me, Katt Williams did not disappoint. We laughed from the moment the show started all the way until it ended. Honestly, my face was hurting from laughing so much. What I loved the most is that it wasn't just Katt Williams performing. There were several other comedians and special guests that came out throughout the tour, and every single one of them brought their own style of comedy. The energy in the arena was absolutely amazing. Everybody was laughing, and it was just honestly a fun experience. So we found this little lounge nearby to hang out for a while. I actually ended up really liking this place. The music was good, everybody was vibing, and it was the perfect way to end the night without rushing back to the hotel. I always love finding little spots like this whenever I travel. Sometimes those unplanned moments end up being the most memorable. We had such a good time. We got there pretty early, so it wasn't super packed yet, but I actually liked that because we got to walk around, enjoy the music, and just take everything in before it got too busy. The vibe was really chill and the music was good. But little did we know the night was just getting started. So after hanging out there for a while, we decided to see what else was around the area. We found another spot just a few minutes away, and I'm so glad we did because this one ended up being my favorite one of the night, you guys. I had to put it in slow mo just to show you guys how much of a vibe it truly was. This place was completely different. It was so much bigger. There were multiple dance floors, different music playing throughout the building, and there were people everywhere just having a good time. I love places where you can walk around and each room has a different vibe. So this was definitely more of my style. I think this one won me over because there was just so much to do. Every time we turned a corner, there was another room, another DJ, or another dance floor. The energy was actually amazing. Everybody was having fun, and it honestly just ended up being one of my favorite parts of the entire trip. I just wanted to show y'all my favorite glasses and my favorite shoes are from one of my favorite vendors. I get questions about them all the time, and they've become one of my go to pairs whenever I travel. Now we're finally ready to find somewhere to eat, you guys, before heading back home. Now that I got all my stuff, after asking around for some local recommendations, we actually ended up at this famous Rib Shack Smokehouse in Omaha, Nebraska. From the outside, it looked like one of those hidden gems that the locals know about, and those are usually the best places. As soon as we walked in, you could feel that this place was built with love. Everybody greeted us with a smile, the atmosphere was very welcoming, and you could immediately tell this wasn't just another barbecue restaurant. One of my favorite parts about stopping here wasn't just about the food, you guys. It was getting to meet the owner and hear his story. He shared how he had gone through some really serious health challenges and was told that he might not make it. But by God's grace, he's still here today, living out his dream that God placed on his heart. Hearing him speak with so much faith, gratitude, and purpose honestly inspired me. Like it was a reminder that sometimes our biggest setbacks can become the beginning of something even greater. I loved that he had his journey displayed right inside the restaurant. As you're waiting on your food, you get to read about where they started, everything they've overcome, and how this business came to be. I thought that was such a beautiful touch because it reminds you that every successful business has a story behind it. And then he completely surprised me, y'all. Since it was my first time visiting, he blessed me with a complimentary rib tip meal. That meant so much to me because you don't really see hospitality like that anymore or every day. And it was just a really genuine act of kindness. I'll definitely remember this, y'all. Now, let's talk about the food because wow. Everything came out fresh, hot, and smelled absolutely amazing. The barbecue sauce had the perfect balance of sweet and smoky. The ribs were tender, the sides tasted homemade, and you could honestly tell everything was cooked with care. Every bite was worth it. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely understand why people recommend this place. If you're ever in Omaha and you're looking for some good barbecue, I'd recommend absolutely putting this on your list. Between the food, the customer service, and hearing the owner's story, it was one of my favorite stops for the entire weekend, honestly. Y'all already know I had to go straight for the ribs first. And listen, that first bite told me everything I needed to know. They were so tender, flavorful, and literally falling off the bone. Everything on the plate was seasoned really well. The barbecue sauce wasn't overpowering, and that had the perfect sweet and smoky flavor. You could tell that everything was literally made out of love, y'all. I was honestly still shocked that he gave me the rib tip meal for free just because it was my first time visiting. That kind of kindness really does stick with you, and it made the experience even more special. I also got some smoked wings as well. And then my babe had the brisket. Moments like this remind me why I love supporting local businesses whenever I travel. You never know whose story you're going to hear or the impact someone can have on your day. As someone who's building my own business, hearing his testimony meant just as much to me as the food did. It reminded me that every successful business starts with faith, consistency, and refusing to give up, even when life gets hard. I had to make sure I tried a little bit of everything. The sides were just as good as the barbecue, and that's how you know that you found a really good spot. I don't know what it is about vacation food, y'all, but somehow everything just tastes 10 times better when you out of town. I also love the atmosphere in here too. It wasn't one of those huge chain restaurants. It felt personal, welcoming, and like everybody who walked through the door was treated like family. If you're ever passing through Omaha, definitely add this place to your list. Needless to say, we definitely left with full stomachs and happy hearts. This ended up being one of my favorite stops, and it's a place I will always remember. Again, not just because of the food, but because of the people. Before we knew it, it was time to hit the road and make our way back home. This trip was exactly what I needed between spending time with family, my babe, laughing all night at the comedy show, exploring Omaha, and just finding some amazing local spots. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.